Is facing a challenge together.
They're celebrating a brand new baby boy, but unfortunately the reality is their new son is facing doctor's visits, surgeries, and years of questions. Rock County reporter Brad Chamson joins us with the story of Nathan Oswald and his extremely rare illness that's targeting a local family. Brad.
Well, Eric and Susan, the Oswald's oldest child doesn't have the condition, and they were hoping it's gone for good. But that hope has shifted to their youngest, who could be the key to solving a generations-old medical mystery.
So when he was born, it was a complete shock.
Nathan Oswald is a happy 3-week-old little boy, but he suffers from a rare disorder known as Shrewsbury syndrome.
There we go.
Nathan can't move his elbows. Some of his bones are fused together, and others haven't developed.
As it is now, getting him dressed, I'm afraid I'm going to break his fingers if I'm not careful enough putting his hands in the sleeves.
The Oswalds are working with doctors to find out as much about the disorder as possible.
Where the radius is fused to the humerus. And so
finding any information has been difficult.
People have described this in the past. They've had their name attached to it. And so different families that had different features of the disorder have had a different name put onto it based on whoever described it or the family that it was originally from.
Doctors say finding others with similar symptoms is critical in determining what causes the condition and the best way to treat it. Nathan has numerous surgeries ahead, but there's no cure. His father, Shane, knows more about the syndrome than anyone. He's lived with it all his life.
Somebody looking at you different or treating you different because you don't seem to be normal like everybody else. It's definitely a challenge. The hardest part is getting over it yourself.
The Oswalds hope somehow they can keep Shrewsbury syndrome from being passed to future generations. Nathan will be the focus of medical research, with hope of living a life just like everyone else.
We're hoping that with the surgeries we can do as much as we can for him to get normal mobility so he can have a pretty normal life.
Doctors say Shrewsbury syndrome could be a part of a broader condition known as symphalangism, which is currently being researched by a doctor at Case Western Reserve in Cleveland. As for the family, this is going to be costly, and they're looking for any help they can get. They're asking anyone willing to donate clothing, money, anything to visit Repeat Retreat, a store in Janesville.
Oh, he's so precious.
Beautiful child.
Thank you, Brad.
Thanks, Brad.